There has been an elephant in the room for a bit too long, and I finally want to address it. There is a big controversy in Persona 3 Reload which has fans torn over the game. This controversy involves the absence of content from Persona 3 Portable and Persona 3 Fairs. These people have every right to be upset about it, and they're allowed to not want to buy the title because these things are missing. But I don't think it's necessarily fair to get angry at the developers, especially given that this is only a remake of base Persona 3. They didn't take Persona 3 Portable or Persona 3 Fairs into account when they were making this remake. It was only Persona 3. Now, as we know, Persona 3 actually doesn't have any of this content in it, thus its absence from the remake makes sense. But then the argument could be, because these things exist, and Persona 3 should have a definitive edition, this should be the definitive edition of Persona 3, thus you should include this content. But this is problematic, and the biggest problem is development time. Now, you could of course think, yes, just extend development time, which is problematic for Persona 6, which they are apparently making according to leaks and rumors. So if they're trying to develop Persona 6 and Persona 3 Reload, as well as Persona 5 Tactica at the same time, then everything just becomes too time-consuming, especially when some people are probably working on multiple projects. As I said earlier, I don't have a problem with people being upset that these things aren't in the game, but I am a little bit upset that people are getting quite angry and hostile towards others and Atlas for not including, say, the Answer or Femc in Persona 3 Reload. You have every right not to buy the game, but just take into consideration that development time, costs, and everything else that we want from them takes time. And I think personally, recently Atlas has done a lot for us, for the fans, and they're considering even remaking Persona 1 and 2, which is huge, and that's because mainly we said we wanted it, so they're listening to us, and I couldn't thank them enough for this. So it just kind of breaks my heart to see people so angry at Atlas for making this spectacular looking game so far, just because a few things are missing. Maybe if we're lucky later down the line, these things will be added in the game as downloadable content. However, development time of video games these days is taking longer and longer, and the cost of living is increasing, so I can completely understand why Atlas chose to only remake base Persona 3. Well guys, that's it for this unscripted rant. Thanks everybody for watching. My name is Resident Unleashed, the resident who unleashed this out into the world, and I'll catch you all next time.